Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan, and we're joined by our reporter, David Aldridge, on the sidelines. Here in Brooklyn, we have an interconference matchup with the Nets, looking to create some cheers for their home crowd. He'll be the Nets off the tip. Morant outside. Pass to Bain. Now Wells. Here's Heaney. Gets the three-pointer to fall. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
First team.
Memphis shooting their first free throw of the contest.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
Now here's Wells. There's the lob to Jackson. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Thomas, it's a wide open look. Goes back up. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Shooting for Brooklyn. Zaire.
And that one falls for Williams.
At the line, 2 times.
The recent history of the Nets. You know, Greg, they're always looking for a big splash or a quick fix to be competitive.
And Kevin, this franchise has sold its future more than a few times, but they always find a way to bounce back. You hope they don't go for a quick fix with this group.
Greg, with how explosive John Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
Thomas, no good. Grizzlies off to a quick start here. 4-point game. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
As a passer, Morant has developed great instincts, and he's going to exploit those gaps in the D.
Here's Johnson. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. To the paint. Here's Bain.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
Outside Williams. Here's Russell. And he banks in the layup.
An active competitor, Russell won't go down without a fight, especially around the rim.
Here's Morant. And the layup falls.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Pass to Williams. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. And so Morant will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. 6-point lead. Wells' shot is good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Here's Russell. It's rebounded by Memphis. On the wing, Bain. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Now let's send it over to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with Jordy Fernandez.
Of course, John Morant's named first and foremost, so I asked him about the strategy. He said try to plug every defensive hole we see. I know if we give Morant any space, he'll try and slice right through us, so we can't have any cracks in the armor. A tall order for the defense against the unstoppable Morant. Back to you.
Thank you, David.
Jackson.
Puts one up from 19. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Grizzlies.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on it.
And something else that's working for them is ball movement. A lot of their points so far have come as a result of smart plays.
Here's Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
Getting everyone involved. Russell operating the offense like a seasoned vet.
There's the lob to Jackson. Bagley, no good.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it. A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Takes it from 10. Williams with the block. Here's Russell. Bagley with the block.
And a skilled shot blocker to boot. Love how Bagley uses that height and reach to stifle shooters.
Marvin Bagley.
And Bagley able to finish.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard. And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
On the wing, Jackson. Off target from outside. In transition, here come the Nets.
John Moran. First personal foul. Team second.
There's 10 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And they call an illegal screen here.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that. That's a careless pass and a wasted possession. That's just unnecessary.
Williams for three. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And we've got more in 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
KYP. Know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
It's an odd stat, but what I'm going to throw out there anyway, the Memphis Grizzlies set an NBA record last season for players used in a season.
Kevin, this isn't football, right? They had 33 different guys suited up last season. That tells you how difficult it was. Constant change, hard to build chemistry, and let's face it, hard to win games.
Good. Johnson's got his first bucket in this one.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
Jackson.
Jr.
And the dunk by Jackson.
Pippen.
And the flush from Jackson Jr. Great wingspan, and at 6'11", he's got a little nasty in it.
Now here's Thomas. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Cam Thomas was the 27th pick in the 2021 NBA Draft. GA. I think a lot of teams, wouldn't you agree, are regretting passing on him.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to believe that he fell all the way to the end of the first round. Lots of teams would love to have a scorer like him on their roster.
That's a rarity for him, not being able to cash in on the trip to the line.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the Grizzlies retired Marc Gasol's number 33 last season. You may recall he moved to Memphis in his teens, watching his older brother Powell play for the Grizz. Mark said, I had a very deep perspective, that of a fan. I came back as a Grizzlies player, I carried that with me. Kevin, that pride certainly showed.
Pride's a great word to use. No question, D.A. Thank you. Well, there's a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting, Greg. What's your opinion of that?
Well, Kevin, you know, stretching the D isn't just about how far out they have to defend. It's the distance between that and how far in you have to defend. That's why analytics favors shots at the rim and from distance.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Pass to Kennard. Back to Jackson. A second chance effort. A block. And they'll keep possession. Nets trailed by 3. The Nets working the ball around now. Back to Johnson. Over Bagley. Offensive rebound. Off target with the close range fadeaway.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Bain.
Assisted by Luke Kennard.
And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
And here we go. Brooklyn, fast break. Johnson in the corner. Down low. Whitehead's shot is off. And so it's Bagley with it. He brings it up for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Second quarter.
Pass to Jackson. Outside, Bain. Jackson with it. He's guarded by Williams. Here's Bagley. Rebounded by the Nets. Since moving back to Brooklyn in 2012, the Nets, Greg, have won just 2 playoff series.
And just think about the all-stars they've had. KG, Pierce, Durant, Kyrie, Harden. I could name more. The Nets just haven't been able to put it together.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Back to Williams. Picks it out to Johnson. And the rejection by Jackson. Now, here's Bain. Pass to Kennard. Back to Bain. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
I tell you what, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense like that.
Right side Jackson. And here's Bagley. Second shot opportunity. Pass to Jackson. The 3. That one no good.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
So both teams making some changes here. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The Nets shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. No good on that one.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. That one is no good. Here's Wells. And the dunk by Wells.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the 2-hand slam.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful 2-hand jam. Pass to Edey. Here's Aldama. And Aldama slams it in.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime.
The
Grizzlies lead
29.
by 5. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Nets trailed by 5. Russell with a wide open look. No good on the triple.
Well, this was his shot to miss, honestly. Poor coverage, good setup. He just couldn't knock it down.
Bain, no good. Here's Claxton. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Claxton's got his second bucket.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
John Morant. Shooting 2.
You can see, and coach, you can feel John Morant's star power, and his presence on the floor is such a factor. It affects the game.
Yeah, it sure does. And it even affects the energy in the building. His play is so dynamic, athletic, energetic. I mean, you can't sit and watch a Ja game. He's going to get you on your feet.
He is one of a kind for sure. Edey can't hit.
You got to finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
Here's Russell, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one's on Morant.
And that's pro. Russell gets his man a little out of position and draws the foul.
2 times.
And as a coach, what were some of your favorite parts, Stan, of life on the road?
Well, Kevin, we get treated really well on the road in the NBA. I mean, you travel on great charters. People take care of your bags. We stay in great hotels. But my favorite part of being on the road was when we were on our way home. Easier to win at home, family at home. That was the favorite part of it.
How about the bonding experience that a lot of coaches talk about when you're out there kind of alone against the forces, just you and your team?
Well, I definitely think players bond on trips like that because they're not going in different directions. They team to spend time together. I don't think any of them ever wanted to spend time with me.
At the line 2 times.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Ja Morant was the first NBA guard in a quarter century to lead the league in points in the paint. He says, I can't just rely on dunking every single play, so I need different types of finishes to get my shot off, whether it's high off the glass, the reverse, or hanging in the air forever. And Kevin, he just says it so casually. Back to you.
I know it. But look, David, he doesn't do it casually, right? He is a one-man circus. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Now Morant. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
First personal foul.
Just superior focus from Morant. His determination is what allows him to convert through contact.
He's had 4 chances at the line, made them all.
And take a look at what he's been able to do at the free throw line. 82% more than acceptable.
From D'Angelo.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Pass to Wells. Here's Bain. It's hauled in by Thomas. So, Stan, the Grizzlies trio of Ja Morant, Desmond Bain, and Jaren Jackson Jr. From the outside looking in, what a great base going forward.
I agree with that, Kevin. Look, not only are those 3 outstanding individual players, but they complement each other so well. There's such a great fit with those 3 guys. That's a great base for the future.
Boy, you can see their confidence growing. They have reason to believe.
Yeah, they're in this one. They have some momentum on their side, and they just need to keep up the intensity.
see you. Let's go.
And the Grizzlies call their first time out of the game.
The Brooklyn Nets kids.
We've got 1:55 left to play in the third. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. Here's Aldama. And Aldama slams it in.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
And so it's Memphis with it. After the basket by Brooklyn. Back to Jackson. It's stolen by Johnson. And it's Russell at the elbow. They now take the lead. Russell's got 13.
Attention to detail is what's helped Russell improve his scoring ability every year.
Pass to Aldama. Driving in. Brooklyn with the rebound.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Yeah, that's the kind of aggressive defense you always want to see on the interior.
And Clark has got the ball here for the Memphis Grizzlies. Trailing by 2. To the inside. Over Claxton. And that one's good by Clark.
And that's what we're used to him doing, but he really just hasn't had that typical impact offensively. If they keep getting him touches, this game won't be tied for long.
And G.G. Jackson is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Thomas. And that one is good. Thomas got the lead up to 2 now for the Nets. Pass to Aldama. From outside the arc. No good that time. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Nets out in front. They're up by 2. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And so it's Memphis with it. A 2-point game. Morant with it. Pass to Edey. Now Pippen. Claxton with the steal. Here's Johnson. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Here's Pippen. Here's Wells. Williams with the defensive effort. Now Russell. Inside. The shot by Williams, no good. Morant scanning the floor. Pass to Jackson. Six on the shot clock. Here's Edey. And he dunks it down.
There's no bigger play in a close game than a putback slam.
Oh, and that one's got them all hyped up. Wow.
Yes, some guys shrink in big moments, and some rise to the occasion.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long?
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, with him, he's dangerous because he's so confident. He wants to deliver in these moments.
With the drive. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
And maybe not the most explosive athlete, but Russell has the ability to change pace and knows when to be aggressive.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson.
Second personal foul.
That's foul number 2 for him. And Memphis making a change here. Timeout called the Nets. And at this point of the game, getting a break here, important for the teams to regroup, and for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. Get ready to play strong to finish off the game. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What do you got for us, DA?
Well, during the break, listened in with what Jordi Fernandez was telling the team. He said to them, that's the kind of effort we need to bring every night. We're right in this thing. And it's going to take sustained effort to close it out. Now let's bring it home. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Here's Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
A true leader. You can tell Morant takes pride in stepping up when it matters most. Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
Substitutions for your Nets. Cameron.
The Nets with the lead. Broke loose. Bain with the steal. The finish. The fast break ends at the rim with the jam.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
A sequence like that really does sting. I'll tell you that much.
And they double up Morant. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
Jump ball.
So it's the Grizzlies now. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And they double up Morant. A kick out to Bain. 1:21 left in the fourth quarter of this one to take the lead. And Jackson gets it to go. And the Grizzlies lead by 2. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Memphis.
Well, their shot blocking. The defensive effort level has been great. You got to love that intensity.
And also, they continue to take advantage on the offensive glass. Those extra possessions paying off in second chance points.
Sometimes the action speeds up on you a little too much. Two teammates not on the same wavelength there.
A shot by Wells, no good. There's 57 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Claxton. It's rebounded by Memphis. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Morant. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And there's no doubt Morant near the top of the list of elite scorers in this league.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 4-point ball game.
And those free throws will mean a ton now. It makes it a 2-possession game.
And it's Russell missing.
They need buckets to stay in this game. That's not the shot they're looking for.
A huge shot from Morant. Wow, you see why they put the ball in his hands in those situations.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Outside Williams. Nets passing it around. Russell, no luck. Morant left side. Here's Jackson. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Brooklyn called for the foul. He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there.
Second personal foul. Team second.
Brooklyn with the ball. There's Russell with the 3. Johnson. Good.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
I told you get a t-shirt.
So a close game sees Memphis take this one. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks.